Alright, so a few hours since we were done with that bull. Been about an hour or two now. And I'm hunting a different spot. My dad's down there. And he's going to start quartering it up soon. But I've got this whole spot up here. It's hard to see it, but there's a ridge of just poplar. I think I'm just going to sit and look at that. Or I might go on to that and look at the next ridge, which I think is also poplar as well. Either or. Right now, I got the Lucky walking stick. I got my grandfather's Lucky rifle sling. So I'm ready to go. Hopefully the luck works. It's magic. Okay, so update. Climbing that mountain. It's hard to see, but there's that tall ridge and there's one ridge in front of it. I climbed that one, I think. I'm not even all that sure anymore, really. Not sure which ridge I climbed. But anyway, climbing that ridge was not exactly the smartest move I ever made. It's thick, it's just dark. There's so much fallen stuff, and I'd gone up so far, hoping that I could get a look at the second ridge, where it was all popple and nice. But it's all dead. It's all just all grown in. It's too hard to see. So I spent another hour or so climbing down this thing, and that was hellish. I had to go down and up steep hills. I had to go through all this oak brush. Not exactly the smartest move. So now I made it to my sitting spot for the night that I was gonna sit at. I'm just kind of gonna sit here and hope an elk comes through. But other than that, I'm just gonna let things roll out. You know, the one thing you might have heard from when we were walking up on that elk was how my dad said that he shot him because he saw he had brow tines. How it works is the legal size for an elk out here is just two ways. He either has to have a brow tine that extends 6 inches, or he has to have 4 points on one of his antlers. So he could have literally nothing but just one brow tine coming out at 6 inches, and it's legal. Like, let's say just his horn got snapped off right here, and his horn got snapped off at the base. As long as he still has that brow tine, he's still legally qualified as a legal bull. So far, he's the only bull we've actually seen in general. Everything else has been cows and calves, but they're in here, and they'll show up eventually. Well, I'm hoping to see more, even just like, I haven't even seen spike bulls, but I know they're in here. There's tracks everywhere. There's still bulls are all around. So, just gonna sit for the rest of the night. If nothing happens, then I guess it's on to tomorrow. And that's the great thing. We still have a little bit of time. Still have a handful of time left. Quite a bit, actually. So, well, let's play by ear. All right, so this is my outro for the day. I haven't seen it. Had pretty good luck today. I didn't really have the best of it. I walked quite a damn ways, but I'm gonna walk tomorrow along that bowl where that elk was shot, and hopefully there'll be more elk in there. There's elk crossing. There's been a lot of elk activity recently, but it seems to have stopped in the last couple of days. Hopefully that changes, but where I'm going, the elk are still moving like a lot. So I'm gonna hunt there tomorrow, and just hopefully pick up on an elk. So I'm gonna head out in 15-20 minutes. I got another 20-minute walk back to camp, so it'll probably almost get dark by then. So I'm gonna just kind of mosey out slowly. Just keep my eye out. There could be an elk down by the trail. Just gotta be quiet and careful, and I'll see y'all tomorrow. If I get an elk, I'll make sure I'll show you before I leave. But if not, well, until tomorrow. Alright, so we're at the very edge of our area. Almost starting to bail into the next area. That's the next area. But I figured I'd show you this. Way the hell out there. Look at them mountains. That's awesome. And finally, we walked up here. And we probably walked up here for 400 yards now. And the only thing we found was a set of lone mountain lion tracks. And finally, way up here, we got a set of elk tracks. That's That's the first set we've seen in a long ass time.
I think he was just crossing to get.
Yeah, I think he's just going down in there.
Spend any time here.
No, he didn't spend.
Just getting across.
But the one thing, those bear tracks are all the way up here. That thing's been everywhere. At least we think it's the same bear because his tracks are about the exact same size. And I don't know how many bears get this big out here, but yeah, he was up here. He's on the next mountain over. He's down the drainage. He's down by our camp. He's down in the valley. He's been everywhere. Everywhere, all around. Maybe it is more than one bear, but they're got to be almost identical in size, man. But we're just gonna head our way out of here, fine, and then we're gonna go down a little lower into the popple area. So that'll be the play of the day, I guess. Start going. All right, so we're finally update. We're at the very top of this hill, and down in there we cut a huge herd of elk tracks. Here's one of them there, but it appears they all dumped off the side of this hill. Kind of sucks because if we're chasing them, if we end up going chasing them, we're gonna end up at the same spot we were already. So I think we'll have to do is we're just gonna sit here for lunch and think about it. What we might do, we either have two options. Either one, go down and follow these tracks, or two, we'll have to cut around there again. We'll have to cut around there and just stick to our original plan. One or the other, I guess. Alright, so we'll just basically I'll give you feedback when we're walking. Alright, so the spot over there that we were looking at is far too steep, so what we're going to do is we're going to go over 100 yards and work our way down through the popple area where it will be nicer, not like this. Hopefully these elk tracks are not old, but they're not fresh. They're not fresh, but they're not old. So there's a chance they could be down in there somewhere. So we'll just keep our eyes sharp, and we'll make it down. Okay, it's just after 3 o'clock now. We came down that hill, and we caught onto a pile of tracks, and they led right up in there. And when we walked along the side, we could smell the elk. So we're pretty sure they're right up in there, and they've been using this meadow to feed. I have till 5:30, but I'm hoping that the elk will eventually feed out into here. I'm hoping it. That's just my general hope. The wind's blowing in my favor. It's blowing downhill towards me. I could smell the elk in the field, but I could smell it the most up the side. They're up in there somewhere. So it's just a matter of sitting and waiting them out. Either they'll go off the other side or they'll come back down in here. I'm hoping they come back down in here. The one bull looks like he's been running because it's all cows except for one set of bull tracks. And he raked a tree a lot, like just with his antlers. And it was so fresh that all the shavings in the tree were on top of the snow. So I'm just gonna sit here and hope these elk come out. There's elk every elk track. This is a main elk way. The elk coming through here. Could come in through here. There's another trail way up behind me. So it's just a matter of waiting and hoping they come out. Alright. Doesn't look like it's gonna happen tonight. We got 15 minutes left. I'll stick it out for that time, but still. Most likely nothing. So the camera turns back on. That's because I've seen an elk. But other than that, I gotta head out soon. Alright. But you'll probably be getting the elk moving, so my clock is starting to tick down on days, so it's gonna have to keep an open mind and keep moving. Alright. Just to give you all an idea of how much snow we got in the last few days. This is my sitting spot that I've been sitting at the last few days. And this is the meadow now. Just full of snow. That's where the elk walked up on the first night. Hoping that the snow will get these elk moving down below. It's both a pro and a con because it could get them moving, or with the amount we got, it might have them sit still. But I'm going to make it my way back to camp, and then we'll figure out a game plan. So, yeah, I'll just sit here for a while. and maybe an elk will walk through. If not, I'll head back to camp, make a game plan. One more thing, if anybody wants to know where I'm what outfitter I'm using, that I'm hunting through the Colorado Elk Camp Outfitters in their Sulphur Creek camp. This area, it's a pretty big area, and there's no guide, so you have the whole area to yourself. You can roam as much as you want throughout the area, and it's kind of almost a do-it-yourself hunt, almost. It's really really cool experience, and it's it's definitely more inexpensive for anybody who wants. I walked out a little bit in this clearing, and there's elk movement all over from last night. There's a set there. There's a set here. There's more than one over here. I think this is 2 sets right here. They're all going up. Some of them are coming out, some of them are heading up. One of the tracks looks to be, I think it's this one here, looks to be a decent sized bull. Yeah, it's this one here. The tracks are huge. And they're heading right up in there. I might sit here tonight. If they're coming out and both heading in, there's a chance they'll be out here tonight. There's elk tracks everywhere in here. This is all elk. Everywhere, all down in there too. I don't know where they went. They just kind of all congregated here for overnight and left. Damn it, someone went across the highway where I can't shoot. Like up into there. Oh man, what a sight this would have been. I might sit here for a while and then I'll have to pack out because I'm a little ways from camp. But this is huge area. Jeez, tons of elk, tons of them, and it's all the way up the valley too, all the way up there. All right, so just sit and see what happens. I'm 2 minutes into my evening sit and I can hear an elk. I can hear one. I'm just gonna keep calling to him. I don't have my bugle tube, but I have a cow call, so I'm just gonna have to leave it at that. I'll tell you guys as it goes. I just heard what sounded like a grunt from a bull. I'm not sure. Just gonna have to sit and wait. He came from straight that way. I'm hoping that if he comes up, he's gonna be at least in sight. I'll be able to see him before he sees me. Who knows? Maybe he'll come up, maybe he won't. I guess gotta wait. I guess. Okay. It's getting late, so I'm gonna have to move out soon. Damn it. We had to move sitting spots because a cow elk just came out and busted us like 5 minutes ago. We were sitting right down at that log there, and she came out right through there at about 80 yards and she busted us. Thankfully, she was by herself, so I think we're okay. Hopefully she didn't get too spooked and she might come back. Because she just seemed nervous. She seemed to just more trot off. So we just gotta sit here and hope that she was by herself, so it didn't look like there was anything else with it. Just gotta sit and hope that she comes back through and maybe even has more other elk come through as well. Hopefully she didn't spook anything out. Just sit and wait. It's been a couple hours. All I've seen so far was that cow, but elk tracks been moving all over through in here. It's kind of hard to see them, but they've been all over through here last night and the night before. I might go for a walk later just to see if I can bump anything, but for now, because it's still the morning, I'm just gonna sit and be quiet and hope for the best, which is how things been working. So far, all the elk I've seen were on sits, so let's just hope it keeps up that way and maybe a bull walking today. Alright. Well, unfortunately, time ran out and no elk showed up. My camera ran out of battery, so I wasn't able to film a little bit of an outro there, so I'll film it here. But so elk season's over. Yesterday was the last day, but that's hunting for you. Also, especially one that's called a fair chase hunt. These things aren't given to you. But I still had a great week, an amazing time. Climbed a lot of hills, saw a lot of country, saw a handful of elk too, and all of them were really close. And also we're still heading home with some elk meat, which is also very great. I'm excited to eat that for a long time. But I had an incredible time, amazing hunt. The snow kind of was a pro and a con. It was harder to walk in, but you could see the elk tracks a lot easier. It showed there was a lot more around, which was also great. And even though I didn't get a set of elk horns, I'm still happy with how this trip went. And even though I didn't get a set of elk horns, I'm still happy with how this trip went. Had a great time. And oh, I didn't film this earlier, so I figured I'd film it right now. I'll give you a little tour of our camp. So this is just our storage tent. I'll start off with this one. We just broke 2 prospector tents, but basically just our storage stuff. Our packs, some of the chairs, 1 sleeping cot, and then a propane lantern if we needed it. Then the next one, this is the one that we use the whole time. Here's our little fire pit right here. Got a couple propane cans out here. Nice tarp on the floor, but we got a lot of our stuff hanging here for right now. We got my pack, we got my sleeping bag here, my dad's, my mom's, or might have been switched around, I can't remember. But and then we got just some of our stuff over here. Dad's cooking breakfast over here.
Breakfast on.
So yeah, then there's pretty comfy little tent, most certainly. Here's the elk antlers. Let me try and pick them up first. Oh, they're tied down. Apparently a marten came through the tent a couple days ago. Came through the camp a couple days ago and tried to steal them. He apparently pulled them a whole 3 feet and gave up. But that's this was probably the end of my video. Had a great week, had a great trip, and I'm already thinking of the next one. Yeah, that's gonna be quite a while though. So we have the Wrangler coming in later today to pick us up, and that's it. I'll see you guys another day.